Hold on, let's see. Available right now. You got it? Okay, mine's not.
All right, thank you so much for your patience discussing, Molly, will I have to start over?
Hey, he's talking to you.
Yeah, or I need to start over? Okay. Okay, well, then I will begin again. Thank you all for your patience. I'll move quickly through the items that we've already done. I'll start with the proposed changes to the scoring workbook. So 25-year census data
I think it's
available
fine.
to us at this time. And so we wanted to make sure
the URL for this
informed decisions without concern that KHC would change the scoring.
Do you have the URL for the stream?
Adjusting or deleting the data is available. KHC will evaluate in the second year.
Actually, it's not on the board.
QAP cycle. So the first.
Oh, I was talking to myself. Sorry.
We're going to talk about is in order to make sure that
okay, mine's not.
And the asset information available. And so we will require applicants to obtain their asset management score no earlier than 60 days prior to the application deadline.
That means you block, but it was
or as a team requests their asset management risk score. The only score that will be used for the scoring criteria will,
because I can't find it.
And where the risk score will only be used from the management company, not any other member of the development team. Evaluating our internal and external operations with the goal as possible for our staff, our customers, and our partners. For a long time, we've been incentivizing participation of the disadvantaged businesses, means that included disadvantaged businesses. We have decided to weight the participation of disadvantaged businesses slightly differently, and as your category as well. So,
it sounds like it, but it also sounds like it's recording my audio. So I'm gonna get off of here, but it's playing on YouTube.
Developer or co-developer,
Bye.
they will receive slightly more points. I'm gonna open it up for questions or comments. If anyone, I do not have the chat up. Anthony, have there been?
Not at this time.
Does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask?
If so, just raise your hand and we can unmute you. It's like we have a raised hand from Anthony Elmore.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
Hi, Sam. Has there been any discussion with syndicator on the partners?
I think you're cutting out. I apologize. It might be best if you ask the question in the chat.
Yeah, Anthony, if you'll type your question in the chat, I'll ask it verbally.
If there are no other questions, I'll just move on and maybe address Anthony's question. Anthony, it's like
we have a question submitted in the chat from Andrew Halls at HPI. The question is, will KHC require specific types of MBE certifications? For example, ones obtained through a state agency.
Yes, so it will be listed out, and it's the same certifications that we have requested in past UAPs. So the MBE WBE certification is through the finance cabinet, The DBE certification is through the Transportation Cabinet, and the item.
I know previously rehab units weren't counted, and then it looks like the last couple of years you all are now counting the rehab units again.
No, I think you're right. I think rehab units, especially if they've been, would not be. We may need to update that particular scoring criteria to make that clear, but that is our intent.
Okay, thank you.
No other questions at this time, Sam.
Okay. All right. Well, rules and allocation of credit. So keep the pool similar to the previous QAB. Significant exception, including the innovation pool. We feel like the innovation pool has been extremely successful, and we want to continue momentum for innovative projects. So one significant change that we are going to institute relates to the recent allocation of HOME-ARP funds designed to assist persons who are homeless or at risk of homelessness under the American Rescue Plan. So we talked about this a little bit at the last forum. A special one-time allocation of particular qualifying populations, as those terms are defined in the regulation. Persons who are homeless, at risk of homelessness, fleeing or attempting to flee domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking, and other populations where assistance would prevent homelessness or serve those at greater risk of housing instability. These funds and eligible activities include the development of affordable rental housing and provision of supportive service. Amendment to HUD, and so HUD isn't, I believe that we have gotten verbal confirmation, but I don't think we've got. In light of this significant investment of funds that can be used for supportive services in addition, K set aside some 9% credits to combine with these HOME-ARP dollars to create permanent supportive housing. So we're looking to set aside approximately $650,000 if the 12.5% basis, 12.5% boost in credits gets passed again by Congress. That amount will go up proportionally. So these funds be coupled with HOME-ARP funds for qualifying populations. So I know criteria in the multifamily guidelines. However, since this announcement is new to everyone, I wanted to go over some of the separate threshold criteria that we believe will result in the best possible outcomes for these projects and the homeless Kentuckians they intend to serve. These criteria are not yet finalized, but we feel pretty good about them where they are right now, and we would welcome any input from the development community, especially those of you who have experience with supportive housing. So for permanent support, or must provide evidence of significant experience developing, owning, and managing supportive housing. I know this will require some planning on the issued an e-gram for being put on by the Corporation for Supportive Housing. Applications for that are due February 10th. That or other supportive housing training options, we wanted to be clear that this will be, you can plan accordingly if you intend for consideration in this pool.